Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you seriously watching the Have You Heard podcast by yourself? On YouTube, nonetheless? Whoa. That's kinda cringe, don't you think, Nathan?
Hmm.
Don't you know that the Have You Heard podcast is also available anywhere else you can get your podcasts, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Google Podcasts? Also, when you do this, you actually support us as creators. Because right now, you're just stealing all our money like a bunch of
Yep.
dirty little sleazebags. So please, consider supporting us by listening on Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, uh, Pocket Casts.
Hmm.
Yeah. Now I'm just gonna sit here until you do it. Welcome back, everybody, to the Have You Heard podcast, the only music podcast where we talk about the music that we've all listened to. I'm Pablo.
I'm Nathan.
And today, guys, we got a real special episode. Nathan, have you heard The Human Condition by Jon uh, Bellion?
Dude, I literally told you to listen to that album, so yes, I have, bro.
Wow, that's crazy.
I
Anyway,
know.
Jon Bellion, or Bellion, I don't know how to say it, is,
Spelling.
all right, is a musical artist who makes music. Um, so today we're going to be listening to his 2016 debut album, The Human Condition. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's just jump into it. So, first song on here, He Is the Same. We always talk on the podcast about a good album intro should
Yeah.
capture the main themes of the album into one tight package, and I would say this song does it. Um, yeah, it does it. Uh, it captures the good, it captures the bad of the album that we're gonna see, and yeah, it just kind of gets the ball rolling.
I would say it's not that compared to his other songs that we'll be talking about soon. I'm not a fan
Hmm.
of this one. If it was like if he swapped it with like one of the songs that I prefer, would have been a great intro coming from John here. But he's it's
Hmm.
not bad. He's saying, but like I want he just if you just could have swapped a better song in this album with it, it would have been way better of a good introduction, like
Right.
good first opening.
All right. All right. I agree. I agree. Um, Really, that's all I have to say about this song. I wish I pulled up the lyrics just to make sure I know what I'm talking about. Um,
And he kind of goes with like John Bill. He kind of goes into like free rap, like some like up like city funk. That's kind of like what I like to describe it as.
right. Um, yeah, this song is just kind of okay. It sounds like the rest of the songs sound, I would say, but
Hmm.
it's not really just that great overall. So that being said, we're gonna hop into the next song, 80s films. Now this song is kind of a
This one's
banger.
good.
I like this one. I like
Oh, thank God, bro.
the lyrics are good. They're
Hmm.
fun. Um and the guitar solo towards the end is really good.
Yeah,
Um one
he is
thing
kind of like fond for that. Like if we do future albums, which I don't think we will, but just like most of his other songs, so definitely they have that some sort of outro that like gives like a final ka-chow, like a good old grand
Mhm.
finale for some of his songs.
Right. I don't really think we see too much of that on this album. We definitely see glimpses of it, but definitely not a lot. But I do like this one. One thing that really stood out to me about this song is the chorus. He says, "We'll hook up in my back seat and let my best friend drive." I don't know. I just kind of feel bad for that poor best friend. You just kind of like imagine you're just driving your friends and they just start fucking. Like, You just turn back. You're like,
Whoa!
oh, hold on, gotta check my blind spot. No, never mind. Don't want to. No, I'm alright. Rather fucking rather
Yeesh.
crash, rather crash and burn than be seeing that. Anyway, thought that was a bit weird, but yeah, good song.
Good song.
Now we got all time low, which actually I would say is an all time high for this album. See what they
The
did there. Um,
best song in this album, I'd say, but it's also I would count it as mainstream because this song,
yeah, it absolutely
compared to the
blew
other
up.
songs,
Hmm.
yeah, this song compared to the other songs is like millions of streams ahead, like
Yeah,
millions.
it has just
On YouTube, it's got like at least half or like a quarter billion views.
it has. Oh yeah, this does have. No, it doesn't have quarter of a billion. Does it? Hold on, am I stupid?
On YouTube?
I'm trying to think of numbers. This has half a billion streams on Spotify,
On
right? Yeah,
YouTube,
I'm
it's
doing
got
that
like
right.
it's got 175 million.
This has 549.9 million. So,
Woo!
bit under half a billion. Um, this song kinda the chorus is good. The verses kinda gross me out, I'm gonna be honest.
I do agree.
His voice is kinda mad stinky on this song in particular.
What's
Um,
stinky about it?
I
What do you mean
don't
by
know.
stinky?
I don't know. His voice is just stinky on it. It just reeks.
I like the ones like he gets a little bit like he says, "You're the reason I'm alone and masturbate."
Wait, hold
That's
on.
taking it a little too far.
Does he?
But I
Oh
like
my
the other
god,
lyric.
he does say that.
You didn't know?
I didn't hear that part.
When I first listened to the song, I was like, "Well, what the fuck?" Hello.
Here, let's see what Genius has to say about this. I'm sure this will be insightful. A common
Oh
activity between
fuck.
single men is masturbation.
Yep.
95% of men admit that they masturbate, while 89% of women admit to the activity. Oh, it's an activity.
Uh,
That's fun.
Interesting.
Yeah, thanks, Genius.
But like yeah, other like I'd say all time low is like definitely like the most in depth lyrics there. Because aside from like the masturbation, not the
Yeah,
masturbation part,
uh-huh.
the one where he says, "Now that I'm a ghost and I call your name, you look right through me."
Mm, I
He's
get
kind of
that.
saying that we were something, we were some special, but now it's just I I'm at this point where I'm an all time low, but the song is an all time high, which is kind of ironic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now we got New York Soul Part 2. Now I don't know where Part 1 is.
Another album, I think it's called Poopy. I forget what it's called. It's not called Poopy.
No? Not called Poopy?
No, he had another album before, but I don't really like that one. So. Is
Mm-hmm. Right.
it just a song or is it from another
I
album?
I couldn't tell you. Um anyway, this song stinks.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
okay until like the last verse. It's
Mhm.
just like he just starts like the beat switches up and it just that's me listening to this song. I poop my
Like
pants.
at the beginning of New York Soul, it's like it's so good.
Hmm.
Like it sounds like really calm. If the rest of the song was like it,
Hmm.
I would have been like, "Holy shit, it's actually really good."
Hmm.
But then it gets to this like weird like funky sounds, and
Hmm.
it's like, yeah, it's not my thing.
Yeah. Also, I want to point out a lot of the songs that exceed 4 minutes on this album, I'm almost always like, this song sucks. This is the worst song ever. Like
I do like the last one, Hand of God, even though I think it is longer than 4 minutes. I
it's
think
5.5, but yeah, I do like that one.
it
But
is it is good because you'll see. But yeah,
yeah,
that's my only exception.
New York Soul is 4 minutes and 30 seconds, and he is the same as 4 minutes. And there's another one that's there's two more that are past 4 minutes. One of them's pretty good. The other one is not. But
I like Jon Bellion because he does like he puts time and effort into these songs, not just for like music, but they kind of express how he's feeling and like what share and talk about people, probably like about himself or like other problems against that people are facing and all that. But The bad thing is it's not my kind of song,
Mm-hmm.
but I do have respect because he's definitely putting good work into this stuff. Because he's one of the artists that I think is the most real. He kind of doesn't use auto tune. He uses his like he he's one of the many artists that how do I say this? They use like their voice for instrumentals.
Oh yeah, like background vocals.
So you'll hear in like most of his songs, it isn't like guitars. It's just him going like boop, 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 like an all time low.
Mm-hmm.
The very beginning, like boop, 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 beat, like that's just him. That's not.
Yep. That's all
It's
him.
weird, but it's cool. It's
Yeah.
all him.
Now we're on to fashion. I like this. Shoot, I gotta make sure. I'm pretty sure I know this one. This one's pretty good. Kind of talking about. Uh, I'm waiting for Genius to open. Just gonna pretend like these are
The
my own
first New
personal
York Soul
views.
is from his album. It's from The Separation.
Hmm,
That's what it's from. And I'm pretty sure if you put them back to like New York Soul Part One to Part Two, I'm pretty sure they connect.
that's cool.
They can't have a transition.
Yeah. Anyway, fashion is about materialism, and how people praise fashion.
Yes,
Um,
I don't
it's
like how
good.
yeah, I don't like how he expresses himself in this one, but
Uh,
not bad.
elaborate on that a bit.
Like the way it's just how he talks about it, how he talks about fashion in this, and like the way he sounds isn't really pleasing to me.
No,
Yeah.
I actually think his voice in this sounds pretty good, but maybe I'm forgetting. Hold on. I don't want to
It's just like
get hung up on
it's
something.
not his voice. It's just like the pitch.
Okay.
He sounds really passionate when he says fashion, and it's like, whoa, relax.
Okay.
It's also
Um.
a slower song. I'm not a fan of
Yeah.
Jon Bellion slower songs.
Yeah. Next up we got what the dog doing? Uh. I did. Next up we got. Oh, I hope OBS doesn't cut that out. Next up we got maybe I don't know. This the next couple songs remind me of car commercial music. I think that's the best way to describe them. I would say like from this to overwhelming, I'm kind of like, yeah, cars. Maybe I don't know is about he has like such weird lyrics in this one from what I remember. He's like uh I wonder why I get paranoid when I'm high. I wonder why I say yes to everyone in my life. I wonder why I can't run that fast in my dreams. And he says that I wonder why I can't run that fast in my dreams like two separate times, or not two separate, the same. He says it two times in the same verse. He doesn't repeat anything else in the verse, just that part. He just really wants to know why he can't run very fast in his dreams. And you know what? I don't know. I feel like that could be a metaphor for him being like, you know how it feels to like run in your dreams, right? You know that feeling? I think Nathan's dead. But the people listening at home, you guys know what I mean. You feel like you're covered in molasses or something. But I feel like this could also maybe even be a metaphor for him saying, I wonder why I can't get to my dreams and my accomplishments faster. And
And then this is the best part. And then he says, "But maybe that's okay." And it's like, you know what? That makes me happy.
mm-hmm,
Because even though if you don't know something, if you don't know algebra, if you don't know why you can't run that fast in your dreams,
mm-hmm.
it's okay.
It's okay because you're
It's okay.
because you're rich. If
And
you're John
yeah,
Bellion,
because you're rich.
because you're John Bellion.
But yeah, I like that the chorus comes in, and it's not like sad because it's like upbeat when he's saying all this like all the stuff he wonders,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, oh, I guess I don't know. But then he's like, well, maybe that's okay. It's like, wow, comes in strong. I like that.
Uh, yeah, this one,
I'm sorry, I like John Bowen.
this one, the chorus definitely sounds like heavy Kia Soul commercial. But
That's so specific.
Next up, we're on "Woke the Fuck Up." Uh,
This one is mediocre for me.
this one's also kind of stinky, maybe even smelly. Um, the chorus is kind of lame. The verses are kind of lame with very lame flow patterns. Um, yeah, it's definitely one of the mediocre songs. This is one of the lower ones, but it's not
I
one of the
agree.
worst.
Oh,
It's
is there a worse one on this album?
I would say there's three songs on this album. I'm not even doing that because like top three worst. It's just that I have
You just know
three.
three.
I just know that there's three songs on this album. I'm like,
Yeah,
I
some
don't
of his
like.
song like it's a little bit of like a mix and match with this album for me because it's some of the songs I don't like, some of the songs I do.
Mm-hmm. And
But
yeah.
it's either the songs that I do not like, I just have no interest for at all, and the songs that I do like, I freaking like praise them, and there's no in between.
Mm-hmm.
There's no spectrum that falls in between there. It's just one or the other.
Surprisingly, this one has a lot of streams compared to the other ones. This one has almost
It's all
100
the
million.
it's all the Christians
Yeah,
because he's a Catholic, I
yeah.
think.
Well, I mean, I think so. This album definitely gives me heavy gospel vibes.
He talks about God.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, "Hand of God" is a song on here, so
Right, bro.
Now we're gonna go to "Overwhelming." I kind of forget how this one goes.
Back to being a banger. That's what you're gonna say. It's a
I
freaking
do like
banger,
this one. I just don't remember how the lyrics go, so I'm trying to remember if you
bro.
know.
What?
I'm sorry.
It's
I'm just.
nice. He's talking about a specific girl
Mm-hmm.
and how the way he makes her feel is like overwhelming because there's just so many cool things about her. He's just like obsessed with her, and that's
Mm-hmm.
good. See, it's a good song.
Yeah, I do like this one. Uh,
I was fully aware when I asked you to do this that you would not like everything because I
yeah,
don't like everything, and I'm a way bigger Jon Bellion stan than you.
yeah. Well, this was like the second. This was the second album you had. I guess third album. This was the third album you had pitched to me that you like I had never heard before. Like this was the third album you had been like, we got to review this, and
Right.
I hadn't heard before. The other ones like After Hours you wanted to do, I had already heard it. It
Mm-hmm.
was Malibu Nights, Fuzzy Brain, and this. And
This one.
Malibu Nights I love, Fuzzy Brain I'm okay with, and now there's this one, which I'm also okay with. But um, yeah, overwhelming, good stuff. Now here's where things start to get a little stinky again. We got Weight of the World featuring uh, I don't know, is that Blake? Or is that
Big
Blackwell?
Sean.
No, it's not Big Sean. I could see Big Sean making gospel music with Jon Bellion, but I don't think he is.
I think it's Blake or like Black Keys.
Oh, Black Keys. That's interesting. That's clever.
Yeah. Hmm.
Um, yeah, I couldn't even tell you how this one goes because every time it comes on, I'm just like, I don't want to listen to this, and I just skip it. Does that make me a bad reviewer? Maybe.
No.
But what are you gonna do about it? That's what I thought.
Again, it follows within your rule of over 4 minutes. So
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
I kind of like it, but then it gets to the end where it's too slow for my liking, but it's still not shit. So
Oh, this is the one where the feature comes in. Yeah, okay. I think I do remember.
yeah.
Yeah. Next up we have The Good in Me, which also just kinda bad. I'm gonna be honest. Do I remember? Oh no,
Same.
I do remember this one. This is that one that samples the freaking the 1, 2, the 1, 2, 3. You know?
Yep. Yep. You're so right about that.
Yeah. And I was like, that's interesting. And then I was like, I don't like this actually. I was kind of upset that I didn't like it because I thought that was fun. Uh, anyway, it's about John, our boy John, uh liking a woman, but the woman doesn't like him back. Um, I
Hmm.
don't know if they are in a relationship or if it's just like a I want to date you sort of thing. didn't care enough to pay attention. Um, but I just accidentally closed Genius. I don't need it. I don't need it for this song, but I need it for the next one. I'm so smart. Um, I know. Yeah. Do you have anything to say about this song?
The Good in Me,
Yeah.
no. If I were to say this is like one of like the lower mediocres, this is the lower mediocre. Then we go to Morning in America. This Morning in America like solely just captures the entire album's vibe,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like there's some banger parts, then there's some no banger parts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 100%. I actually really like this one. I vibe with it
It is
heavy.
over 4 minutes, but it's like pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's faster paced, so it's not shit. Because his I'm not gonna lie, his slower songs aren't that good, except for some. He has some cool slow songs.
Yeah. I really
Yeah.
like this one. I'm not even messing around. I know it's over 4 minutes. There's something about the chorus with the where
Mm-hmm.
they're like with the chanting.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Something about it just speaks to me. I just I lick that up.
I agree. I agree.
Anyway, unfortunately, this is where my patented bozo brain kicks in, and I start paying less attention to the album. So I don't have a lot of
You got
commentary for the
iRobot.
next three songs. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, but Guillotine and Hand of God are pretty good.
iRobot, I do remember being like meh. Um,
It
and
is. It is. It is slower. iRobot is slower, but I do like it. It doesn't say anything about who he actually is unless there's some sort of metaphor with him and the robot that he's talking in the song. But he's just talking about how he is a robot and how like he doesn't feel anything, including love. But I don't
damn,
know how that would like metaphorically connect to him.
damn, that really
But
says a lot about
yep,
society.
yeah. Then we go to Guillotine. I like Guillotine. It's so good at the beginning. This is just like New York Soul, and then it's so good at the beginning, and then it gets to these freaking little funky verses, and then it gets back up to the chorus, and the chorus is like back to being gentle. If the whole song was gentle, Guillotine would be like one of my favorite songs on the whole planet.
I swear, every song with a feature on this album is like meh, you know? Oh, there's only two.
Well,
I
I'm
thought
pretty
there was
sure
more.
who's the feature in this one because I'm pretty sure John like features with this guy a lot.
This is Travis Mendez.
Yeah, Travis Mende. Yeah, him and Travis link up a lot. You'll see him in other albums if you listen to him, but he's in a lot.
No,
He's
this
kind of the hookup.
this one gets an okay from my bozo brain. Uh, definitely not one of the worst,
Hmm.
but definitely not one of the
Hmm.
best.
Hmm. Hmm.
Next up we got Hand of God outro. This one is a certified 5.5 minute song.
But it's
Uh,
good.
yeah, it is. It really brings everything to a close.
It brings legit exactly what you said is true because it legit. There's one singer in this with like a choir, and they
Hmm.
start singing like little snippets, and they take it out of each and every song from the album, which I
Yeah.
believe is like the exact thing that I would expect or want from an outro to any album because that's just like the grand finale.
Hmm.
And I have never seen anyone else do that, which is really cool to me. How
Yeah.
they kind of like they merge all of what he's done into this like little like minute snippet at the end. It's fucking sick.
Yeah, for real. I like when albums have choirs at the end of them. I think
Mm-hmm.
Roddy Rich had that too with I think War Baby had it. A couple Kanye songs have choirs too, but never really for an outro. A good choir outro. That's just something real special. Um and yeah, it is a bit lengthier, but most of that length isn't John singing, so I actually like it. Um and yeah, that's the album. How much time did that take? We kind of breezed through that. Wow, it was only 22
Yeah,
minutes. Anyway, that's
decent
that's
album, decent time.
yeah. Um
I wasn't expecting you to love this, but I was totally expecting you to love Malibu Nights because I think that captured more of our vibe together.
mhm.
I'm pretty sure that's like most of the songs on our Spotify duo thing is it's mostly Lainey,
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of it
and
is.
then there's some Jaden. But I think that's the most of it.
Yeah. Anyway, so now give some overall thoughts if you wish. I'll let you go first. What's up, guys? It's Pablo here. Unfortunately, we had to cut the recording there for a second. Something came up, so I apologize. I had the editors had to do a bit of a cut, so the audio isn't perfect. They made do with what they had, so just apologies for the seam you're gonna hear, the audio from before this message and after this message don't line up like at all. So yeah, sorry about that. Enjoy the rest of the podcast.
So when I first discovered All Time Low, that was like the first Jon Bellion song that I listened to on the radio in the car, and then I got home. I looked at that song. I was obsessed with it for a week, and I was like, "Is there more of this?" There was more of it. I found '80s films by looking up this album, just because I was like, "What's All Time Low from?" I had listened to '80s films, so that was All Time Low and then '80s films, which was like two bangers in a row. So that's where I was like, "This guy doesn't miss." And then I listened to like other stuff like Overwhelming and Guillotine and Hand of God and maybe I don't know, Overwhelming, all those good stuff, all the good bangers. And then I was like, yeah, Jon Bellion's my kind of dude. And I still like all these songs after listening to them for like 4 years because it has been 4 years since I discovered the album. I think it came out in 2016,
Yeah, it's almost 5 years now.
which makes sense. So like a good year after it came out, I found it. Yeah, so that's why I like Jon Bellion. He's got some good bangers, but he doesn't have some I don't he has some I don't like, but yeah. That's pretty much every artist, so
Yeah, yeah. I obviously don't have that much of a history with this album, but I was told to listen to it. I listened to it. I think it's okay. Don't love Jon Bellion's voice.
hmm
Uh, has some highs, has some lows, has some in betweens. And overall, I would give this bad boy a uh hmm. I don't know. I don't know how mean I want to be.
you're definitely gonna say either a 6 or 7.
That's exactly what I'm saying, but
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
don't know
think you could
which.
probably do a 6.
I
I
am gonna,
think you
yeah,
wouldn't give it a 7 because I think a 7 would be somewhere along the lines of like
like Fuzzy Brain. I gave a
what's
7.
right. And I
Uh,
think you like more songs than Fuzzy Brain just because they weren't the voice and stuff and the instrumentals was cool,
yeah,
which
yeah.
lifted
I'm
up
gonna
some
give this a
songs.
6. It's mostly because a lot of the lows on this album just really bring it down. But
hmm
yeah. Anyway, what about you?
I have the same reason, but since I've listened to this album and with like all of its songs for 3 years, and I'm still like not bored of it yet, I'll give it a 7.
All right, cool, cool, cool. Now it's time for our top three. While you were talking, I actually wrote mine down. So mine, from three to
Word.
one, I have Overwhelming, then Morning in
hmm
America, and then 80s films.
You liked Morning in America that well? Wow,
I think so.
wow.
Oh,
So we're
and
not going to count All Time Low because that is like the. It's
yeah,
not.
that
I think it
sounds,
actually is mainstream.
yeah, it's kind of huge. But yeah.
It is
So
big. Okay.
do yours same thing. Three, two, one.
3, 2, 1. Okay, so three would be three would be overwhelming.
Okay.
Number two would be Hand of God.
Okay.
Number one would be '80s films because '80s films is like such a chill song.
Mm-hmm. All right, and now we have to pick our song for the HYH radio playlist. So are we thinking 80s films or are we thinking all time low?
I'm pretty sure everyone has heard of All Time Low. Like when I say, if people ask me like, "Who's Jon Bellion?" and I say they made, oh, it's that All Time Low guy. They're like, oh, that guy,
Yeah.
because he's only known for that one song. So if we said All Time Low, I'm pretty sure everyone would like
Yeah.
they wouldn't really get to like experience what Jon Bellion's like because they already listened to it. So we can say '80s films, or we can say
I say let's do all time low.
All Time Low. Okay.
Yeah. Also, I would like to apologize. I dinked my microphone with my earbud. Uh, don't know if you heard that, but I'm sure other people did. So, with that being said, that's going to be it for this week's episode of the Have You Heard podcast. Uh, tune in next week where we'll be here. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm Pablo.
yep. I'm Nathan. We'll be here, I swear.
We're gonna be here. I swear to God. But that's it, and we'll see you guys next week.